Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world from now, I must start tonight's show. Alright, reports reaching me tonight from the hand of Arsenal. Now be the fact say Andrea Berta, they explore potential Gabriel Jesus sale. They try to see how we go take sell Gabriel Jesus because he don't they come back to full recovery. And this now something we say about they talk before say it go make sense make we sell this Gabriel Jesus as a guy. But we're going to look so okay based on the injury Wayne gets, then we feel not really see buyers. Okay, because this guy don't overstay in welcome for Arsenal. It will make sense for them sell him. And if they sell him, there's a possibility they could bring in somebody else. Because as Liverpool they better, we too we go want better like them. You get? We could make sure that the competition is very, very strong. Now, Andrea Berta is exploring the sale of Gabriel Jesus this summer after clubs in Europe and Brazil have inquired about his availability, which means many clubs don't they ask say how far what you been a plan with Gabriel Jesus, so I want sell him and I don't want sell him and I want keep him, what I want use and do. So it don't be obvious say if the right offer comes in, we will sell him. Yes. So before now and the end of the window, we could see what will happen. I been issue. I been think maybe they will give a chance. Make them see what thing go do this season. Get whether the injury will go like Thomas Partey, maybe this season we not go experience any lapses, but like say they don't want to take any chances. Although this report don't be say they go sell them more again because people won't buy and I think on the bid waiting no good. And that's why I go say, well, instead of go sell them more, see keep them to see whether it go change. So that one self this. So what could you observe and see? I like this developing story anyway. So as time goes on, we will get more clarity on this particular team because he himself knows say he's going to be the third name in the pecking order of strikers. After Gyokeres, Havertz will follow suit. So if he want game time, he needs to move out. But more just a watcher. Now, for what did they happen for where Benjamin Sesko did? So Ben Jacobs kind of let us know say Newcastle working today to try and agree personal terms with Benjamin Sesko. I believe they prepared to sell, but the deal not be easy deal to structure. You get, however, a bid is anticipated. You get, Sesko is a long-standing target for Newcastle. So Newcastle really like the player. Now, end there. The Athletic, when they explain, say, during the time where Arsenal they pursue Benjamin Sesko, Arsenal were troubled because they felt they were being asked to pay a premium fee for a player who still needs significant development. Another reason why they move can't go where Gyokeres is because Gyokeres is not only a different profile, but he is not looking for development. He's not ready to go. And it all goes down to the money where this Arab leaves they ask Arsenal to pay 100 million for a player that is not going to, like, would they see the players okay now in the future, now in the better. Nobody more could not like nobody saw Benjamin Sesko as for the now. But nobody saying no go still deliver, but for the now, nobody saw that. Yes. And I was seeing somebody that was arguing today that was saying, Sacho, you don't say Benjamin Sesko no go better for Newcastle. Well, now you talk say if he come and start, that's why I thought I say more sign up. Now you talk say if he come and start go better. See, you need to understand that the level where Arsenal the operator is different from the level where Newcastle the operate on. Arsenal gets many game changers. We just needed an icing on the cake to sprinkle on it and everywhere was sweet. But you see that Newcastle, apart from Isaac, there's a reason I said they cannot compete for the league because they still need to fine-tune different positions. They don't just need an icing on the cake, they still need butter, they still need egg, they still need many things so you go mix to get the cake. When we don't get the cake already, we need an icing. You need to understand these different analogies. We get Saka will be game changer. We get everybody. We finish second, three consecutively. We just needed somebody to take us to the finish line. Newcastle, they know they where we did. So I'm not supposed to be explaining. You're supposed to know this. You're supposed those who share this particular sentiment. You're supposed to know this. You cannot compare we and Newcastle. We know they're the same. We don't operate on the same wavelengths. Come on, don't do that. It's an insult to Arsenal to compare us and them. Forget maybe they win domestic cup, not be by that one. Yes. If they talk about teams say go win the league next season, they will mention Newcastle. Do you honestly, if you ask you go mention Newcastle as title contenders? Not to talk of when I second come out. So master pass can be very funny. All right, so my dad, so let's proceed. Still on the same Benjamin Sesko, so Florian Plettenberg. When they talk, say Newcastle and Benjamin Sesko's camp are in concrete talks. However, no verbal agreements yet, but they see they work on them. Now, we can't hear from Florian Plettenberg say since 2022, Newcastle don't eye Sesko, but so far so good. I believe they never received any offer yet, but they're demanding for 80 to 100 million euros. I think that this guy then talk say they don't reduce in price. We BILD. Say they don't reduce in price. Now Florian Plettenberg of Sky Sports is saying, I believe they still expecting 80 to 100 million euros. So what could they watch? Whether they go see reduce them, I mean that Bobo be that. I know like I'm a bit confused. But what you have to watch, but they see how things they unfold as we move along. Now, away from that. Alright, so Fabrizio Romano can let us know say Viktor Gyokeres is going to wear the iconic number 14 for Arsenal. This is a number that was made popular by the legendary Thierry Henry, popularly called Igwe, which means king in Nigeria. So now what you know him? This same jersey, Aubameyang white, Walcott white, yes. So it looks like Nketiah also white. Now the next person in the line of succession is Gyokeres. So now I'm going to wear them now, and we hope that this shirt will come alive, because we know what this shirt can do. And don't forget, early today, I think this evening, I reported that Gyokeres don't do on the way to London to go and do his medical. Yes, in the company of an agent Hassan Shetinkaya. So two of them nine go. Yeah, they don't enter London as of today. See when they enter plane. I think it was Fabrizio Romano that reported it. David Ornstein self reporter. I'm seeing they already enter plane. Again, so I'm very, very happy for him. Now, I want to also let you know, say they already arrived in London. Again, I saw the report, Chris Whitley post time. Some people said post time. They already arrived in London. They have plane landed at the Luton Airport. So now they land. So all things being equal, Baba go sign a contract. You get maybe tomorrow and do his medical. You get because Fabrizio Romano said break him. Say Viktor Gyokeres will be in London today. Medical, blah 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 blah. You get so everywhere stew, everywhere good. So all things being equal. In medical, according to David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano, now on Saturday, after they do the medical on Saturday, he's supposed to jet out, go meet Mikel Arteta for where they for Singapore. That means if you go on Saturday, obviously you go miss the match on Sunday because I don't know how match ready is going to be. So the match you want to play against Newcastle on Sunday is probably going to miss it. Then from Singapore, I think they'll move to Hong Kong, where they will now play against Tottenham Hotspur. So maybe now that one go feature. Yeah, so when that time reach, you will see how they go. Now, Rory, one of the Talk Sports people who got the talk, say Ruben Amorim is going to be the first manager to be sacked this season. Everybody gonna laugh. And why in the talk this one? Now you know. But when you look at Ruben Amorim's own press conference, I'm back on the talk say this season, say them go suffer. When you as a coach come outside and speak in this manner, you get it shows all is not well. The people will say me them buy for you, they no buy them. That's why Rory the talk say the first person they could sack. Then Medusa, because you never buy players, yet you won't sell Anthony, you won't take Garnacho, you don't already carry Rashford, go give Barcelona. Like you are throwing away your players, whereas no incoming. Now the type of mistake we will do early on. Maybe say some kind of people misthrow this one, that one, that many people go, no replacements come inside. Now, in another line, so Babakari talk say in case they don't sell the likes of Garnacho, Anthony, and Co, say in they ready to receive them. So I don't know what Manchester United they do. They don't feel afford Isaac. They are not going for Benjamin Sesko. Or the Watkins, I don't know what they saw because the reports I see this evening while I do my research, I just say breaking. Manchester United made a direct contact to sign Ole Watkins from Aston Villa immediately, and Aston Villa answered them say we know the seller. This will not be saying that you put price. It's not for sale. Now what's Aston Villa like that because Aston Villa don't do that thing with Chelsea. Do they sell their women's national and club team? Sell and give another person with the part of their owners board. So now they are PSR compliant. They don't have any reason to sell. They are PSR and FFP compliant. Maybe the mago while they talk in the morning. Now all this kind of thing, now I help Chelsea. They spend anyhow, they spend the directors abandon. If you cannot beat them, you join them. That's what Aston Villa did. They go collect pass questions over Chelsea and study and where. Go do the exam, they pass. What stops Arsenal to go and study this exam? Make Josh Kroenke carry Arsenal female team, sell am to Stan Kroenke. No be the method. That's the modus operandi. So maybe we say runner. Yet. So I don't know why they turn a blind eye to that method. Well, those are Arsenal, we are very upright. So they do all this kind of mago. Now, away from that, we can't see what TNT Sports they show us. Say when Arsenal carry Cristhian Mosquera with his brother and his father, they carry them go the Arsenal movie theater or cinema if you like. Come play like a welcome to Arsenal video, show the guys some iconic players of Arsenal, everything. As in the words it's in Cristhian Mosquera, Papa just burst into tears, just started to cry. I'd seen Arsenal big. We were just saying over dreams, maybe Pidgin go play for such a big club. Like the man could not believe his eyes. You get just the cry. And well, that's what they be. That's what they be. Sometimes I say I go sit down, I go say, the day when I go first of all step my feet like this, inside the Emirates Stadium, how I go feel, I go be, I go mad, maybe I go cry because, sometimes I go say this one now when they live for London, I know what God do for now, but now when they do now, I know they say leverage, privilege, it blinds. Those way they did, I don't go say anything, but we will decide. Imagine going to the Emirates Stadium every week, just get that privilege. I don't know what God do for you. Now, away from that, we want to look into our squad depth. This is our defensive depth. Now, do you know that at Arsenal now, we can name first and second 11 of Arsenal and it go dey decent, strong. First and second 11. We could face our backline alone. Our backline won't just look now. Because ESPN UK say point touchlight for that and say Arsenal's defensive depth for next season. This is them put strengths. We let you know say Arsenal no dey play this time around. Look at first 11. Saliba, Timber, Skelly, Magalhaes. First 11. See second 11. Cristhian Mosquera, Kivior, White, and Calafiori. This is first and second 11. Now you fit still switch them up. If you still mix them, you get. Timber fit still come down. White go up. Like say maybe one rest player, so you just want to switch some kind of things. You get. So now so it will be. So we don't get depth. If you check our midfield, like for each position, we get a minimum of at least two person. For each position, a minimum. At the level where Arteta don't run now. Now, ahead of the match you want to play against Newcastle, Arteta made this press conference, so I might just run through some of the notable areas of that press conference. Now, on whether Cristhian Nogard, they expected to play a lot of games, yes, because they interview Cristhian Nogard and Arteta, so they ask Arteta question, they ask Nogard. So Nogard says, see, then they ask him whether he expect to play plenty games this season. He say, it's about being available. It's about being fit. I'm used to playing 38 games every season. I think this guy has a clean bill of health. You know, they injure. I'm used to play 38 games plus a couple of cup games. Here at Arsenal, it will be close to 60 games maybe. So you need a full squad. Even though saying go play Shola, no arguments. For me, it's about being available. I know my chances will come at G. And then it's just about talking and taking it like that. This guy is a very, very intelligent player. I like the way he answers questions. You don't need to teach him. He be leader, obviously. He was the captain of Brentford, so you know the level. Now, on Cristhian Mosquera's arrival, Arteta could explain, say yes, his arrival is here to ease the level, raise the competition. Last season, we learned that with the depth that we had in the squad and in the backline, it wasn't enough. And Cristhian is going to help us a lot in that. He has different qualities to what we had in the backline. He's going to add a huge amount of hunger because he's so willing to come here and contribute to the team. And we have to give him a little bit of time to pick ideas and adapt here. But he's got great qualities to add here. Don't forget, this same Cristhian Mosquera can play centre back and right back. Ben White centre back and right back. You see, Jacob Kivior left-sided centre back and left back. You see, almost everybody get their own 2-2 row. Now only Gabriel Magalhaes, I don't see all this thing. Saliba can play left-sided and right-sided. Only Magalhaes. Now I don't say yours do on your own. Get. But if you watch, if we go forward, Mosquera go invert, come for the midfield. Magalhaes go play left back. They'll come the three at the back. So maybe he understands how to play there, but I think I know we just can go play left back. But I think he still knows how to play there because when we change our shape from 4-3-3 to 3-2-4-1, now they handle that left. Yes, so I noticed that those things. Now, what's in Arteta they talk, end there. Let's take the next slide. Now they're going to ask him on the fitness of Gabriel Magalhaes and Julian Timber. I know the last time Arteta told us Magalhaes gets small niggle. And Julian Timber, we don't even forget that Julian Timber do surgery. So now the surgery recovery phase that they ask Arteta when they talk, say, okay, very soon he go come back, very soon he go come back. For Gabriel Magalhaes, say Gabi has got a little niggle in training, and we didn't want to take any risk. Hopefully, in the next week or so, he's going to be able to train and play again. And with Julian, he's getting very close. It's almost is every point that we needed after the surgery. You get, because I don't forget now. Yeah, when I hear after the surgery, I say, oh, and the period of rehab. Now, on coming up against former manager Thomas Frank, now Cristhian Nogard, he said, at a normal level, now say with Frank, say Frank be like a father to him, a former coach, say but normal level, everybody don't move on, go in different club. Now they can't ask Arteta on feeling whether they feel pressure to actually win the league for Arsenal this season. So Babacon the explain say, see, pressure is a great word. I think it means there is belief in our ability to achieve what we want to achieve. And we've been very close the last few seasons, and the whole team is going to determine whether we achieve that or not. But we have to make sure that we don't lose sight of what we have to do daily to get to our levels that we want, to set the demands that we want within this goal. Now, because that's the most important one, the internal demands have to always exceed any external demand. That's what we are trying to achieve every single day. Now, let's not take the talk. Now, moving on whether any further signings would come to Asia. Back on the explain say yes, for sure. Obviously, if we don't run any new deal, the person will join. We want the person to come quickly, integrate with the team, build camaraderie, bond with the team. You get, so now the plan be that. You get, now they call us, okay, what did happen with Gyokeres? They say, unfortunately, I cannot talk about that. But if anything happened in the next few hours, Arsenal go report them. This transcripts no complete time. I watch the video. That's why I can tell you what Arteta said on this Gyokeres. In clear them say if the Arsenal do something about this Gyokeres, the new player, then Arsenal will tell everybody. No be a match. Go here and teach them why don't die. So make everybody calm down. So with time, Arsenal will update everybody. Then moving on, he will come to talk about the player when the player officially becomes our own player. Now away from that. So Ben Jacobs himself going to talk about Luis Diaz. Say Bayern Munich ready to offer 80 million euros for Luis Diaz. Yes. So that one then go help Liverpool to buy Isaac, because this money now, once the money don't fall in, how much you want to add to go buy the guy? Now, when they sign a Christian Mosquera deal, see that guy wear white. Now younger brother, the guy almost stop us himself. So Arteta can say, make the guy self sit down that place where Christian Mosquera sit down sign. Make him just sit down, make a snap and picture, because this in younger brother self now very, very good player. So in case in the future the guy can say maybe won't play for Arsenal, they go remember this picture when Arteta don't predict say he's good and he may sign for us in the future. Now all those kind of pictures we say person go post and say, see my picture when I did younger, or I did for Arsenal, you get, say, it was my dream, you get, so everybody call the bust laugh. They say we can Arteta getting Christian Mosquera's brother to post for photos in the Arsenal contract. Let's take one for your brother for the future, because he's very good. Although me, I don't know the position with the brother they play, but Arteta say the guy could die because Arteta will not observe him. Now, Miguel Delaney of the Independents, when they talk say Arsenal's interest in Eberechi Eze is ramping up, and they now aim to swiftly move to secure him. The Gunners' preference would be to sell before they move onto the deal, but it is not contingent on that yet, and they feel add Bruce Nelson to the deal. In fact, people like Steve K, you get to be one of the cut-off-side contributors, they already run faster than his shadow. This particular news, please take it with a pinch of salt, because according to Football Transfers, according to this is an exclusive from Mr. Journalist Steve K, when say Arsenal have gone all in for Eberechi Eze as they already agreed the initial fee with the club. So just take this. I purposely relegated this particular story to the back burner. So just take it with a pinch of salt. Look what they see whether truly Arsenal don't run the deal, but all things like all the indices and symbols where they see, they indicate to one direction. Say Arsenal will wrap up this deal because they need to react to what Liverpool is doing, just like Liverpool is reacting to what we are doing with Gyokeres. Now dominoes, get a checks, everybody they play, now power play, get. So because me personally, I know go lie for you. Next season, it is between Arsenal and Liverpool. You get one of our senior myself, one for a while, they call the talk say, even the Man City quiet. This time around, check the transfer window now. Man City quiet, what they saw. This is not the Man City way we know. They know they sign anything, they just they quiet. Okay, like say they don't follow. Even though they have something to prove for next season, but We'll just do what. Now let's bring you a message from another of our sponsors, Moby Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, please reach out to them. So the biggest news of the night, let me the fact say, Andrea Berta, who is our sporting director, in the look for ways to sell Gabriel Jesus. I'm going to say some clubs from Europe and I think Brazil don't contact Arsenal. Actually, say yes, they will buy the guy. So more deals will watch in the coming days. Maybe they will sanction a sale. How much do they want to sell Gabriel Jesus? Time will tell. So I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. Like, come your way tomorrow morning to give you the money news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the night. Have a good night. I'm gonna get out. All right, guys. Ciao.